Hi everyone. Today I'm going to share my worst astral projection ever. This happened a while back. It was very heavy and unsettling. I've always remembered this experience. I hope I never go back there, experience those feelings again. It was very stressful. And this happened, it wasn't a lucid experience, not very lucid. There was lucidity for sure, but not a very lucid experience. But I was conscious the whole time, and the events flowed, in one continuous experience. And so the night before, I had done my techniques, my pre-sleep techniques, like mind awake, body asleep, and the velo technique and stuff like that. And I had set my alarm for 7 in the morning, but I woke up in the middle of the night from a nightmare. And after that, I just went back to bed, and I was instantly immersed into a new environment, one that felt off as soon as I got there. Something was off. I was with my daughter, Ruby, that's her name. My daughter was there, and she was not, because I've mentioned this in other videos, I have a spirit guide who shapeshifts into my daughter's form sometimes. This was not that person, that spirit guide. That was my daughter with me. And we arrived, and initially we were kind of like in a shopping mall type of parking lot, and she was gonna catch up with me. I went in before her, and I was a smoker back then. I was craving a cigarette, and inside this building there was kind of like a terrace, a patio where people would go out and sit, and you could have a smoke there. So I tried to light up, and people were yelling at me because I was not in the right zone, and everyone was very hostile there, scolding each other and yelling at me and everything. And this man came up to me, he picked me up, and he did something very disgusting and humiliating to me. I won't even go into the details of that, but it left me feeling very, shocked. I was shocked. And then my daughter arrived soon after that, and I had to leave that place. And I was in shock, but I needed to wash myself from that experience. It was disgusting. And I wanted to change out of my clothes. So we were walking all over the place inside this building, trying to find lots of people there. Very noisy, very busy, stressful, loud. And I eventually found a place with showers, and I did get undressed and showered, and Ruby was not far behind trying to stand guard for me, but all these people were staring, being rude, and it felt very uncomfortable. And then once that was done, I was leaving to go to the next place, and I was attacked and mugged, and someone robbed me of my stuff. And I left there. I was conscious of everything, just like I would have been in the physical, and even this lucidity was not saving me or making things easier for me. I couldn't get away from the hostility. Everywhere I went, there it was. And so as I was leaving after having been mugged, I was zigzagging, trying to make sure no one was gonna see me amongst the crowd. So the only thing that was kind of positive during that experience was how me and my daughter were able to navigate all of this and support each other without speaking to one. It's like we both understood what was going on without having to speak a word. And so the situation just kept escalating. Everything was chaotic, stressful, exhausting. And then eventually something happened, and we were submerged under feet of snow or meters of snow. And we were outside at that point, and that's the first moment of peace I had during the whole experience. The moment I knew it was all going to end. And even at that time, me and my daughter were telepathing, it's the end, it's good, we're going to be okay. And so that was our first moment of peace during that experience. And I woke up, and this experience really taught me that the astral realms are not all lovely or positive or safe even. I knew this, but after experiencing it, I realized that sometimes when you're there, even all these tricks you might have aren't going to save you from that environment. You kind of get pulled into what's happening, just as we do here in the physical world when things get stressful. So being out there, emotional regulation is very important. And that was my experience. I don't know exactly if this was a dream or an astral projection, but I know what it felt like, and I'll remember it for the rest of my life, and I hope I never go back there. So I hope you enjoyed this short story about my worst astral projection, and stay safe out there. I'll see you in the next one.